The good times continue for the Jacksonville State soccer team. 5 straight wins, which is a school record. They went on the road last weekend, won the event down at Troy by beating Stetson and Louisiana Tech. After 5 straight road games, now back at home this weekend for their own Gamecock ADIDAS Soccer Classic. First of all, 2 shutouts last week. Coach Carlson, you're 4 straight shutouts of the year now, and life is pretty good for you and your bunch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's been enjoyable. We've enjoyed getting off to such a great start and setting some school records, but we've got to stay focused. It's just, it's going to get harder as the competition keeps coming. The difficulty is it is a long season. There's still a lot of minutes to be played, and we got to keep our kids fresh and focused.
You've got some experience, some veterans, some seniors, 10 or so, I think, seniors, and then a bunch of youngsters have been playing. Has it been really just a good combination of the two that's keyed all this for you?
Yeah, I think, we've had, there's been 4 freshmen that have come in and started over the last few games and have really made an impact in the way the game's momentum has flowed. Having 9 seniors has definitely been a huge asset just because of experience. I think our senior leadership has been very, very good. And, our captains, Austin and Katie, have done a good job of keeping the rhythm, keeping the focus. These kids have been in familiar territory. And so, what's been nice is to see some of the youngsters step up under the pressures that we've had to face and have capitalized on some of those pressures. We've got kids, coming off the bench that are doing a great job as well. And, they're keeping the flow of the game high. They're keeping the intensity level high. And having good depth has been a big piece of it as well.
All right, last week it was Austin Stolting who was the Defensive Player of the Week in the league. This week you get 2 honors with Kelsey Bright, Offensive Player of the Week, and Sydney Keller, another freshman, is Defensive Player of the Week. If you will, just talk a little bit about those two.
The 2 of them, they had stellar weekends. Kelsey Bright, she had 7 shots, 5 on goal in the Louisiana Tech game. She just had a great game, and she was a big presence, and she did a good job of finishing her opportunities when she needed to. She's a gamer, and she steps up when games are tight. She's very poised, she's very composed, she's very relaxed, she's confident. And, being a confident freshman, I see huge things from her. Sydney Keller's been a great defender for us. She's good in the air. She's not afraid to make contact with people. There's still some things for her to learn, but, she had a big weekend, and she definitely killed some attacks that were being created and did a good job of just, pretty much stopping a lot of what the other teams were trying to do and keeping her composure.
All right, this weekend, the Gamecock ADIDAS Soccer Classic. First game starts at 4:30 on Friday afternoon. That'll be Jackson State against South Carolina State. You'll play McNeese State at 7 o'clock on Friday night. And then Sunday afternoon, the Jacksonville State women then at 2:30 will be taking on the women of South Carolina State. 2 different types of opponents, 2 different styles of attack right there with McNeese State and South Carolina State, correct?
Yeah, McNeese State, they're a good side. They're hardworking. They'll be difficult to break down. They're coming off of 2 tough losses against Baylor and Rice. South Carolina State, I think, is a sneaker. We've got to be careful with them. They're still a good team. They're still good athletes. They'll still bring, some difficulty to the field. And so it's going to be a tough weekend overall. I think it's going to continue to test where we're at.
All right. Congratulations on the start. Continued success this weekend. The Jacksonville State soccer team's at home this weekend, the Gamecock ADIDAS Soccer Classic. After 5 straight road games, now they get to come back home, put that 5-game winning streak on the line here. They'll be playing Friday night at JSU Soccer Field as they'll take on McNeese State at 7 o'clock, and then Sunday afternoon at 2:30, it'll be South Carolina State. The OVC Players of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, Sydney Keller. Offensive Player of the Week, Kelsey Bright. They visit with us here. We'll start with you, since you're closer to home than Kelsey is. Sydney, from Grissom High School in Huntsville, was it an easy decision to come to Jacksonville State? Being close to home, was that part of it?
It was definitely part of it. I wanted my family to be able to come and watch, and so that was a huge factor, and I really liked the university. You
played every minute, is that right, last weekend of the tournament at Troy?
Yes,
Did you sleep on the bus on the way home?
Yes, I did.
Talk about those 2 games last week, 2-0 game with Stetson, which went right down to the wire, and then the 1-0 game with Louisiana Tech.
The 2-0 game, that one, I don't really remember that one too much, but the 1-0 game, that one was pretty rough because it was in the middle of the day. It was really hot. And then when Kelsey scored with just a few minutes to go, that was awesome.
Is the college game quicker, faster than the high school game was for you?
It's definitely faster. High school is just a little bit slower pace than college. Like once you get the ball, everyone's on you right away, so you have to learn how to pace that.
Is it more physical than what you played in high school too?
Yeah, I guess it's a little more physical. It's not too bad though.
The award that you got this week, the Ohio Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Week, did that surprise you? First time you've ever gotten an award like that?
Yeah, I was really surprised actually when I saw it, and but it was really nice.
All right, Kelsey Bright is a long way, a little farther from home, I'll put it that way. Kingwood, Texas, where is that?
It's right outside of Houston.
How did you end up at Jacksonville State?
Coach Carlson just saw me playing at one of the tournaments, and I came here and fell in love with the university and the teams, and it was awesome.
Anybody else recruit you?
Yeah, there was a couple other recruits, but none of them compared to Jacksonville.
Oh, good. Talk about your performance last week. A couple of goals in the one in Stetson and then the game winner against Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, it was awesome, especially in the game-winning one. I felt so high because I was a freshman scoring the winning goal, and it was an awesome feeling.
Was it a play for you, or did it just happen that you had the shot at that time?
It was Courtney Hurt had crossed it into me, so it was right perfect to my head, and it just went in the back of the net.
5 straight wins, first time that's ever happened in the 18-year history of the program. Talk, if you will, a little bit, the feeling of 5 straight wins.
It's pretty good, especially knowing that us freshmen have had a huge impact in those 5 wins for that.
All right, you only played the one home game so far. That was before classes started. Are you looking forward to this weekend with students being here and everything?
For sure. I'm really excited because it helps you play so much better knowing that the pressure's on you and you're at home.
Kelsey?
Pretty much the same thing. It's awesome when there's fans over there cheering you on.
All right, congratulations. Great start. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Jacksonville State Soccer at home Friday night, 7 o'clock, McNeese State, and then Sunday afternoon, 2:30, South Carolina State. Remember, free admission for all Jacksonville State Soccer.